Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today we have a super exciting video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my anticipated reads for 2024. I cannot believe that 2023 has come to an end, or is coming to an end when I'm filming this, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys about these books that I am so excited to get my grubby little hands on. So I was trying to figure out what the best order to go through this was, whether it was to break it down by category, or category by genre, or to do it by release date, and I decided that release date was the best because I don't have a huge list of books here and I don't think that I have enough of a variety to really break it down by genre. I think right now I am a chronic mood reader. I am a chronic mood reader to the point that it's actually slightly a problem, and I am in a very romance era-esque. I know fall is for fantasy girl fall, but we are in our cowboy romance era and just our romance era in general. But we're gonna go through these. Of course, these are not all of them because I'm sure there are more that are releasing that I haven't even found or heard about yet. These are just the ones that as of today, what is it? December 22nd of 2023, that I am looking forward to reading in 2024. The first book I think will be no surprise to literally anyone. It is Crescent City 3, A House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Now let me tell you, this book, I am so very excited. I will not spoil anything, I will not tell you what it's about, but I will just say that I need to get my grubby little hands on this immediately. It comes out January 30th, I believe, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to see where Rune's story goes. In particular, he is one of my favorites, and there were so many things that were introduced in the second book and characters as well that I cannot wait to see how everything pans out. There's something just so addictive about SJM's writing, and I have my little SJM shelf right over there with all of my books, and I am so excited. One side note I want to say is that all my Crescent City and my House of Sky and Breath copies, they're both hardcover, and the spine under the dust jacket is either red or blue, and then it has a white main thing with a C on it. When Bloomsbury was showing the publishing process for Flame and Shadow, the entire naked book was all black, which I thought was an interesting choice, straying away from how it was previously done for the first two books. And am I going to display them without their dust jackets on ever? No, but it still matters. The next book that I'm really excited to read is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. Now here's my thing. I am not a Tessa Bailey girl. In fact, the only Tessa Bailey book that I've successfully completed was Same Time Next Year by Tessa Bailey, which was her short novella for Amazon. And my logic here is, number one, I'm excited to read it because I follow Tessa on Instagram and I follow her on TikTok. TikTok is where I see the most Tessa. And I remember a while back she pitched this concept, and I saw that video and I was like, oh, that'd be so fun. And now that concept that she pitched all those years ago, or maybe it was just a year ago, I don't really remember, is now going to be this book. And so I'm really curious to see how it's going because I kind of followed the process through it, and it releases on February 13th. So I figure I'll be finished House of Flame and Shadow in the deep dark depths of my sadness with no fantasy, no SJM for another 2 years. That a fun, easy, golfer caddy or romance will be a good time. Miss Lulu has decided to join us now, so if you hear her running around in the background, do not mind that at all. So Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey seems like it's gonna just be a really good time, a really fun time. It's about a kind of grumpy golfer and this girl that's always in the stands or on the sidelines. I don't really know golf terminology. And when he scowls, she smiles, and she's always there, just having a good time, being happy, being joyful, no matter how good or bad he plays. So she ends up becoming his caddy. They end up traveling together, going to a bunch of tournaments, and she kind of turns his golf game around because he was in a slump. And I don't know, I just feel like this is going to be a lighthearted, fun read, especially in the deep dark depths of my Crescent City slump, that I feel like it's going to be good. Books that are releasing in 2024 that I was excited to see, and this was one of them. It's called How You Get the Girl. Now I love a queer rom-com. So How You Get the Girl is about Julie and Elle. Now Julie gets hired as the high school basketball coach, and she is ready to take on whatever challenge is going to come at her, but she wasn't anticipating the foster parent Elle, who is the former Tennessee University star player, and she's a bit starstruck by this, and she ends up asking Elle to be her assistant coach for the season. So now we have these two amazing women, two amazing basketball brains coaching this high school basketball team, and I am so excited to see this because I just feel like this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. I love a female-female romance. I love a female-female romance. So I am so excited to see these two characters interact, coach, challenge, and just see how it goes, because I haven't read many sports romances, and I know this isn't like directly a sports romance in the sense of like one of the characters is like a professional athlete, but it's still sports romance because they're basketball coaches and one of them is a former athlete. So I'm really excited to see the dynamic of this kind of sports romance, and also I'm excited to see this retired badass basketball player because I love women who are in sports and are amazing and killing it. So I'm so excited to read this book. The next book that I'm excited to read is A Fate Inked in Blood. Now this one is a little bit funny because I actually haven't read the Bridge Kingdom series by this author. I think that the cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I would be lying if I said that I wasn't like really interested in this cover. Like, it is gorgeous. So what my understanding of this book is, it is about our main character, and she is kind of trapped in a marriage and she's doing mundane tasks, but all she wants to do is become a warrior, become a badass basically, and just be awesome. But what happens is the man that she's married to, also known as her husband, ends up betraying the Jarl of the area, and she is put up in a situation where she has to battle the Jarl's son. In order to do that, she has to reveal a secret that she actually has some goddess blood. Now this goddess blood is really special because it makes it so that she's able to shield herself from attacks, and it was foretold that this magic would end up healing the nations and uniting them and bringing them together. So I believe that this first book is going to be kind of her learning how to control this magic, using this magic, and kind of seeing how the world's going to respond and what's going to happen. But it just sounded like a really cool plot. The cover is absolutely stunning, and I haven't read any of the Bridge Kingdom series, so hopefully I like Danielle Jensen's writing, but I'm looking forward to this one. The next book that I'm excited to read in 2024 is Maya's Laws of Love. This just sounded, when I was reading the description and found the description of this book, it sounded like the most amazing, like, Hallmark rom-com-esque situation. Maya is convinced that she is cursed. She is convinced that she is cursed, that love is not for her, and she ends up coming with a list of laws to explain why she's cursed and why love is not happening for her. Except her life changes when she enters an arranged marriage and is heading back to Pakistan to marry a doctor. However, this trip is not as easy as it seems, and a bunch of things kind of go disastrous. She ends up meeting a man that she feels is the right one. So now she's headed back to Pakistan to go marry someone else, a doctor, but she feels like she's met someone. And I just think that this sounds just like it's going to be such a unique dynamic. Typically, I'm not a huge fan of love triangles. I don't love a love triangle, but I think that with this book, it's not so much a love triangle because she hasn't met the guy yet, but I think it's going to be more her thinking about her life, what she wants, what she's looking for in a partner, and kind of her trusting herself almost. I don't know. I feel like because she's so unlucky and cursed and she's made this list of laws, that number one, it's going to be fun to refer back to that, but also there's going to be some growth in her realizing that not everything can be on paper or explained entirely. I don't know, it just sounded really fun. The next book that I am excited for, which I am so flippin' excited for, is Elsie Silver's new series. It is the Rose Hill series, and the first book is Wild Love. Now, we all know that Elsie is my child. We all know that Elsie is my love. I love her so much. Her writing, her stories are so addictive. They are so addictive. Like, if you want to pick up a book and like not put that thing down, you need to pick up one of Elsie's stories. Now, I started with the Chestnut Springs series is what she recommended starting with. So I read the entirety of Chestnut Springs, and then I also read the Gold Rush Ranch series. I read the first book and I'm on the second book right now, and I had to pry the second book out of my hand to come film this video for you guys, but it is so much fun. And this is her new series. It takes place with Willow's brother. Does that grammatically make any sense? No, but I need to calm down. Give me a minute. Okay, I think I've composed myself enough. I am so excited for this gosh diddly dang book. It's Willa's brother. Willa is my favorite character in the entirety of Chestnut Springs. She is one of my favorite female characters, like of entirety of anybody, of everyone, of everything, of English is hard. So Wild Love by Elsie Silver. It's a single dad, and it's like not a single dad from the get-go. I believe he like finds out that he has this daughter, and I believe she's 12, and he falls first. Single dad. He's a begrudging billionaire, which I think is going to be great because typically I'm not a billionaire romance girly, but I think this is going to be so much fun. Of course, it is promised to be spicy with a bunch of banter, and if there's anything that Elsie loves, it is tension and forced proximity, which is why the love interest in this book, I believe, is going to be working at this man's bar. Either way, whatever she ends up doing is going to be such a fun book, and I'm so excited to read it. This wouldn't be an anticipated reads video of 2024 without talking about Emily Henry. Emily Henry, my love. Emily Henry's, this is my whiteboard for studying, but Emily Henry, who I have all my books for right there. She is coming out with Funny Story, and this is probably one of the books that I am most excited to read, simply because Emily Henry's writing is out of this world. Like, she is like the absolute master of showing and not telling. Like, her descriptions and just her way with words are truly amazing, and I am so excited, especially because this concept of this book is so wonky, so funny, and it's gonna be hilarious to read. So basically, I'm gonna try to explain this. Our main character, Daphne, is with a man, a relevant man, and our male main character, Miles, is with a woman. Now, the two people that are with our main characters are exes, and they get back together. So they're out of the picture now. So now we have Daphne and Miles, our two main characters, who just got broken up with, are like, life's kind of in shambles, don't really know what to do with each other, don't really understand what's been happening. I think there's like expensive rent or something. So what do? They move in together. And then they plan to fake date to try to get back at their exes, being like, haha, look, we're happy now. And then they end up falling in love. Was that the best description I could have given? No. But is it the one that we're sticking with? Yes. I don't know. It just sounds so fun. It sounds like one of those early Hallmark movies. Like, it's giving something that Jennifer Lopez would be acting in with Matthew McConaughey. Like, it's just giving. Now, you guys know I'm a big Catherine Senner girl, and she says that after only reading one of Catherine Senner's books. But I love The Bodyguard by Catherine Senner. I have it right here on my shelf. It's right there. I love it. And I haven't read any other Catherine Senner books. Is that on purpose? No. Except for the most recent release that's like a celebrity thing, because I'm not a big celebrity girl. But her new release, I'm so excited to read. It's called the ROM Commerce. Now this book, first of all, the cover, I don't know what side it's going to be on. So the cover, wherever it is, the way that the woman on this cover, her face, I don't know, the expression that has been encapsulated here is stunning. And if anything, I just want the book for the cover. If it didn't sound like it's going to be a great book, but it's going to be a great book. We got our main girl, Emma, and she is caring for her dad full-time. She's a full-time caregiver, and she always wanted to be a screenplay writer, a writer, and just like live, laugh, loving writing. And then she gets this opportunity to go out to LA, I believe, and write with the amazing Charles Yates, I think his name is. And so her sister takes care of her father, takes over full-time care, and she goes out for this 6-week writing shenanigans with this guy, Charlie. But you know what they say? Never meet your heroes. Charlie is a begrudging grump. Charlie is not pleased. Charlie's script that he wrote sucks. And so now Emma kind of has to fix it. And worst of all, Charlie doesn't believe in love. And so they're on like a rom-com. So like, it just disaster. And I am so excited to watch this be weaved back together. It's gonna be so good. I don't know. I hear that and I know the amazingness that was The Bodyguard, and I just get very, very excited for this book. And I cannot believe it doesn't come out until I think it's like June 11th. This book doesn't come out till, and I need it now. The last book that I am so excited to read for 2024 is called The Spell Shop. Now this is my cozy fantasy pick of the year. Not even that that's a thing that I do, but if it was a thing that I did, it would be this book, because this sounds like so much fun. First of all, the cover, amazing. I think when it's releasing too, it's also getting like purple sprayed edges for like the first run of print. So we love a sprayed edge, even though we only own 3 books with sprayed edges. I am we. It's described as, quote, a cottagecore fantasy following a woman's unexpected journey through the low-stakes market of illegal spell selling and high-risk business of starting over. Does it not just sound amazing? It's giving cozy, it's giving whimsical, it's giving adorable, and I don't know too much about it, and I kind of want to keep it that way because I didn't know too much about legends and lattes, and I got to take that kind of whimsical journey in this cozy fantasy, so I want to do the kind of the same thing with this book. It sounds just adorable. The cover make the vibes look immaculate, and I'm so excited. There we have it. That is every single book that I am super, super excited to read in the year of 2024. I don't know, it's so crazy to think that it's gonna be 2024, but it is. So those are the books. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have my TikTok, my Instagram, and all that shenanigans linked below. I'm really active on TikTok, and I'm active on Instagram, but I don't really post on Instagram. So go follow me there, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.